Welcome. Good morning. Oh, it's good morning to me. It's not good morning to y'all. Who knows when y'all are watching this? But hello, welcome to Foregone Trails. My name's Tyler, and today I've got a special guest. You might have seen him in some of our other super world-renowned famous videos like picking up a Jeep from the middle of a field and some other fun stuff. Yeah. Anyway, today, welcome, my brother.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
So, you might be wondering, what are we gonna do? What we're gonna do is install a headliner in this Jeep here. Look at that. Woo, boy. All right. I know in the past you guys asked when I did the Safari Top that you guys wanted to see how to install a headliner in one of these Jeepsters. I just so happen to have another Jeepster here without a headliner. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right, first thing we need to do, get this top off. So this opening here, this little bitty guy is not big enough for us to get the headboard into. We also are then gonna have to attach the board to the roof. And so the easiest way for us to do that is to get this top off and flipped upside down here in the driveway. Let's get to it. Supervising, I'm really good at it. Well, we got everything unbolted, or he got everything unbolted. So now, a question I get asked a lot that's really common is, how heavy is the top? Or how heavy is the Jeep tub? Or how many people does it take to lift this or that? And I never know how to answer these things because I don't know how strong people are. And I don't know how strong I am to quantify it. So I don't know, but today we're gonna remove this top with two individuals and put it over here on the ground so that we can install a headliner. Here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you move a top. Now we're gonna shut the hatch. Y'all don't need to know that stuff, that's an easy one. We're gonna do that. Now we gotta get it flipped over so we can get the insulation board up and ready to go. There's some of that rust. Ta-da! It's done. It's ready to go.
All that rust is why it's lighter. Just throwing it out there.
I can't believe how bad this thing's gotten. Oh well. Okay. Do you want to shop vac that, or do you want to just broom it?
Shop vac will be easier.
Now that we have the top removed and vacuumed and cleaned up, it's time to get started. Come with me. What we did, the supplies needed, you have this insulation board. I think it's like a garage or a house or whatever, just, Home Depot special here. Ta-da! It's like 1/2 inch thick.
That's what she said.
Great, it works fine. We're gonna have to cut it to size to fit there. I also swung by Tractor Supply and picked up a couple of these nice flimsy aluminum
It's aluminum.
pieces, 1/16 thick by 3/4 or 1 inch thick, so those will work fine. You're gonna have staples. I use these, you can use whatever you want, but these are just self-tapper screws. So these are 1.25 inches. They seem to work fine. You could probably get a little bit shorter maybe if you want. You're gonna have your adhesive spray. Bada bing, bada boom. And then lastly, you're gonna need your fabric. So we have a different fabric, I just need to go find it. What I have found is that these fabrics don't actually come in a width that would cover this whole board. And so what we'll need to do, this is just black, that I'm gonna sew to the design fabric that we have that will then allow it to kind of wrap over the edges. And so we'll get into that whole process. But you'll need fabric, aluminum strips, staples, glue, self-tappers, and your insulation board. Let's get after it. You might want the insulation, it doesn't matter. Right now we're just measuring, but I would think you want the shiny side up to reflect. So you can see, hopefully, that this board is the perfect width for what we need to do. The only problem is it's extra long, so we just need to measure. And what I've done on mine in the past, you can hopefully see a little bit, is it'll actually tuck under where that's gonna go like that. So then that's kind of the measurement you want to work from there, is under the front of that. And so just to show you, but we'll put this back down. We'll get this where we want it here, just like that, and then kind of square it up as best we can. And then let me go grab a Sharpie, and then here, just mark kind of like probably right past these holes.
Okay.
So you can see, this is where the holes go that you're gonna bolt to the windshield frame. So we're just gonna mark on each side just a little bit past that hole. And so just mark on the top, Jared, like just mark up here. And then come over here and do the same thing, and I'll get you a straight edge.
That Dollar General special right there. A+ quality right there.
When you got a high-end operation like this, you know, you only expect the best Sharpies.
Here we go, paint pens. Oh, my line's crooked.
You need that straight edge here.
That works.
The first, oh, dude, here. I mean, dude, we could use that, or
Oh, yeah, let's
have these aluminum.
Yeah, let's use the
Broom
aluminum.
or aluminum strip. Probably the aluminum, a little more professional. Keep your workshop clean, folks. All right, so there. What side are you on? Did I do that right?
Huh? Yeah,
Is that where you want to?
I'm on the top side.
Okay. Now that you have your line marked, you'll take your device of choice. We're just going to use a razor blade box knife thing here. And then never hand someone a knife open. Safety first, folks. Got our safety guy on hand. And so now he'll open that box knife, and he's going to cut this line so we can have this to the length that is needed.
Oh, cuts like butter.
No pressure.
I cut crooked, but
It's fine. Nobody's gonna see it, honestly. The other thing is, when you're working on projects like this with people, you let them do these things so that if they mess up, it's on them. Ta-da!
takes away the ability to play the blame game, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I've messed up enough stuff on his vehicle, but... So there you go. So now you can see what will end up happening with this. Now it's cut to length, is that this will slide under like so. It'll kind of, it should just... I don't want to mess it up, but we should be able to push that down. This is like a great how-to. I don't want to, I'll show you later, trust me. But it works, all right, guys? So you'll see, we'll just push that. It'll kind of fold a little bit. We'll get it down. And then what those aluminum strips are going to be for, we'll show that too, is what I found is that when you go to screw through this board, there's not enough here to actually hold the screws in place, so you need something to hold it. And so those aluminum strips are actually going to run on these ribs here on the top to give that screw something to push and hold that headliner down. So what we need to do now is we'll get the aluminum strips cut to length, and then I'm gonna go find my wife and the fabric and get the headliner actually sewed up so that we can get this installed.
All right, for the last half of this segment, we lost our cameraman Caleb, so I apologize if the filming, the quality, all the things aren't as good as they were for the first half of the video, but you're gonna get the information all the same.
So just a minute ago, maybe, I don't remember how the video is playing out right now, I mentioned that we'll probably have to sew the fabric, like a border on it. However, the fabric we got fits perfect. So let's go ahead and get this out, get it glued up, stapled down, and finished up. No, flip it over. Nice. All right, we got the board in. So we've got the headliner in place. And so what we're doing is just securing the bottom end here with a few staples to hold the fabric in place while we then move on to adding the glue adhesive.
Few moments later.
So, downside, staples don't hold that well inside of this board, so tried rolling it back. Our plan of keeping it fixed in one point did not work. So, slight adjustments. We'll just lay down the adhesive first, drape it on, make it square, and then go from there.
Okay, with the new plan in place, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna roll this back a little bit like so. Okay. So we got a little bit cleared out there, and now Jared is going to apply the adhesive. Dun dun dun. Make sure to be generous with this, folks. You guys could smell this.
That's what dreams are made of. Perfect.
Okay, so now we've got that liberally laid down. He's just gonna pull the fabric back.
trying to keep it square. Luckily, since we went with a lined pattern, we're just trying to line up these edges, these dark lines. On the other side, there's a double red line in order to try to keep it square as a guidepost for us.
And there you go. So now we're just gonna continue this process, get this all glued down. Oh, and then we thought it might be a good idea to just take a paint roller to really try to get any of these, you can see maybe a little bit of these folds and the kinks. So we want to try to get this smooth and flat onto the board as we can. He probably needs another set of hands. We're gonna get this glued up and we'll move on to the next phase.
Now that we got it all rolled back, just back to laying that beautiful adhesive and unroll and then see how she goes. Hopefully she comes out square. Keep her in line.
Okay, so now those aluminum strips that we've cut to length, you can see they're gonna sit right on top of this rib that supports the top. And what we're gonna do is take these self-tapper screws and attach this headliner to those bows and it will be done. Here we go. You know, for anybody that's looking at doing this, you might not get the tapered heads like this. That's just what I had laying around, but get actually like a flat piece because you can see the screws, I don't know if you can see it, but the screws sit up a little bit off of the aluminum. So just something to think about. Okie dokie, we are done. We did it. The headliner is in. It's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Hopefully it's gonna quiet this Jeep down a little bit. We meant to do an audible, a decibel reading, but we forgot, so I apologize. Maybe we'll do one post if anybody's interested in that. We can see how loud it is riding in this thing with the top on and the headliner. So
a couple of things that we'd probably do a little different. We mentioned earlier in the video, these screws, they're tapered currently so they don't sit flush. It's causing a little bit of a wave. However, the thinner strip doesn't seem to have as much of a wave in it after we input those. So just swapping out the screws for something flat, no more taper, I think will be a little bit of a change going forward, but I think it came together pretty easy. Only took us a couple hours, so quick, easy project, and looks a lot cleaner this way. Matches the beautiful blue from the outside, so.
That's right. Okay, so 1 to 10, how hard was this for you?
Probably like a 2. Okay. Probably like a 2. So if you don't include taking out the bolts to remove the top, because that's a pain point for me personally, just small temper issues, but other than that, yeah, definitely a 2. Super easy to apply. Just run to the Home Depot, buy what you need, and piece it together. 3-4 hour project and you're done. So make sure you have your supplies on hand though. We did have to take a couple of trips because we missed, but
yeah, definitely out of time because we forgot. But that's how all of our projects go. We get started and oh, by the way, here's the things. So I hope you enjoyed. As always, like, subscribe, share, do all the fun stuff. And I hope you enjoyed a video with my brother.
Yeah.
And if you guys are interested at all, make sure to comment below if you would like to see a full Rig I Dig feature of him and his Jeepster. It's really cool. It's got some neat features to it. And so if you're interested, make sure to make a comment. We'll get that video out. And until next time,